This one is actually featured on the channel. So my guess is it was a big interview for you. It's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. I'm not a big basketball guy, despite Shaq and Kobe being on the site here, but and Dwayne Wade. But Kobe was really interesting, especially because we had talked a few months before he passed, and it was just this really candid conversation that was sort of done almost on the fly. They invited me to fly down there, but his people were like, "Oh crap, this is today. He's got a Sports Illustrated thing or a ESPN thing in 15 minutes," and I was like, "I need 45," and they're like, fine, because you flew down here and got a hotel and a camera crew. Okay. So it was really, really nice to do that. He wasn't prepped by media trainers. His publicist was sitting right there off camera, but what are you going to do? And it was just a really candid conversation. And since I don't care about basketball at all, I asked about parenting and prioritizing and all of these things that were important to me that I knew were going to be important to him in that moment. Because if you looked at his Instagram when he was still around, all it was like photographs of his daughter playing soccer or whatever they were doing. It wasn't highlight reels from his career in the NBA. It was just personal stuff. He had completely switched from self-promotion, NBA, basketball, whatever it is. He had completely switched from that to, I'm just a parent now and I'm creating books for kids. And he didn't lean on any of his past accomplishments. It was almost like he just started over. It was really an incredible kind of thing, because I think if you are the best at if you're world famous in some area, it would be really hard to go, I'm just going to start over in this other area because I like it. Most of us, myself included, would just be like, hell no, I'm riding this wave until I'm dead because this is where I get my fame and my validation and all of my money. Why am I going to start something new? It's like I got the Jordan Harbinger Show. It's a popular podcast. It makes a good living for me and my family. I'm not going to be like, I want to be a professional trail runner or whatever. I'm not going to start hang gliding and be like, this is my new thing. I got to be a professional at this. I got to be the best. I got to make my name in this area. Why would I ever do that? But he was a true champion. I am obviously, I'm a podcaster, but not far from the same level as Kobe would have been at anything. And so I just didn't, I just could never do that. And I think most people are like that. You get really good at something, it becomes part of your identity, and then you lean on it. He got really good at something, it became part of his identity, and then he went, okay, I'm done. Next. It was just like, who does that? Only people like Kobe Bryant. So that was the interesting look inside the mind of that guy. I don't care about championships or team member stuff, none of that. I just don't care about basketball or sports most of the time. I just thought it was a really insightful look inside this guy's head, because he was just not afraid to start over. And it's not like he went from basketball to golf, that he'd been doing for 20 years or 10 years. He went from basketball to writing children's books. What the heck? I mean, what the heck? This is not even, I'm trying to think of one thing that writing a children's book about a girl who plays tennis and lives in a magical kingdom has anything to do with basketball. And I'm drawing a blank. I mean, he really picked one of these things that was as furthest away from his core competency as he could get. There was no physical skill involved. It was all writing. It was all production. It was all creativity. I mean, it's really like, in so many ways, the opposite of professional athletics. And he went all in.